Good afternoon. I am magiswaran from Faculty of Electronic Engineering Technology. Currently, I am doing my master's degree and today I would like to present about a mini review on charge recombination process in the zinc oxide based DSSC. Photovoltaic panels are the most promising technologies ever developed in the field of renewable energy. As the saying goes, catch the sun before it's gone. The photovoltaic panels capture the solar rays and convert it into electrical energy. DSSC is included in the third generation of the photovoltaic cell. DSSC are basically made up of a photoanode, counter-electrode, electrolyte, and dye. DSSCs are the most promising device in photovoltaic field because it is easy to manufacture and the cost of the setup is lower. The working principle of a DSSC is quite simple. When the sunlight gets absorbed by the dye molecules attached on the semiconductor oxide surface, it becomes excited. The dye then ejects the electron that will move through the semiconductor oxide and exits the anode. Then, the electron will move throughout the external circuit to the load and to the counter electron. According to Shockley-Queisser limit for single junction cells, the overall theoretical conversion efficiency for single junction cells, which includes the DSSC, should be 32%. But the highest recorded efficiency so far is only 13%. So why? There's a very large difference between the theoretical value and the actual efficiency. One of the reasons is the charge recombination process that happens in the DSSC. Charge recombination happens when a free electron in the conduction band falls into a hole in the valence band. This electron hole pair will disappear as a result of recombination. Charge recombination process is considered unnecessary in DSSC because it reduces the photocurrent and photovoltage that lead to lower power conversion efficiencies. When an electron from the dye travels through the semiconductor oxide material, it is most likely to recombine with the hole present in either the ground state of the dye or the electrolyte. This reduces the efficiency of the cell by reducing the number of electrons to travel through the circuit. Hence, it is important to eliminate the charge recombination process in the DSSC. In this review, the focus is on the photoanode modification in order to eliminate the charge recombination process. One way to reduce the charge recombination is by selecting the right metal oxide as the photoanode. Zinc oxide is a semiconductor material from group 2 to 6 compound. It is an N-type semiconductor with the hexagonal wood die structure and a direct band gap of 3.3 electron volt at room temperature. It shows excellent electronic properties with the ease of crystallization and the cost of the material is low. In order to eliminate or reduce the charge recombination process, the metal oxide should be able to have high electron mobility, which makes zinc oxide the better material because of its extended electron mobility between 200 to 300 centimeters square per volt per second. This is higher compared to titanium dioxide, which is the most used metal oxide as a photoanode in DSSC. Hence, a DSSC with zinc oxide will be able to reduce the charge recombination reactions. Although zinc oxide might be able to reduce the charge recombination, it will not be able to eliminate it completely. Therefore, modification of zinc oxide is needed. One of the most prominent modifications are the doping of the zinc oxide material. Doping involves inserting a specific ion into a crystal lattice not initially present in the starting material. It can be advantageous to modulate the energy band gap, directly affecting the zinc oxide photocatalytic properties. In the table, it shows the different types of zinc oxide doped photoanodes. When the plasmonic nanoparticles, such as silver and gold, are doped on the zinc oxide nanoparticles, a Schottky barrier can be formed between the plasmonic nanoparticle and the zinc oxide. When an electron in the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital of the dye tunnels to the conduction band and zinc oxide via the plasmonic nanoparticle, it is unlikely to go back to either the dye or the electrolyte due to the presence of the Schottky barrier. While the rare earth oxide layers such as europium forms an energy barrier on zinc oxide, which effectively inhibits the surface charge recombination and improves the energy conversion efficiency of the DSSC. It can be seen that the doping elements in the zinc oxide photoanodes affecting the efficiency of the cell by increasing their photocurrent and photovoltage. Among the doping elements, the manganese showed the highest efficiency. This table and the graph shows the effect of the concentration of doping elements on the charge recombination. The charge recombination process decreases when the amount of manganese nanoparticle increases. This is due to the manganese nanoparticle functions as an electron hole separation center. The optimal amount of doping particle is needed to be added to obtain optimal charge separation condition because the higher amount of nanoparticle could lead to aggregation and this might be able to increase the charge recombination. Hence, the charge recombination reaches the lowest when the zinc oxide is doped with an optimum concentration of manganese. Recombination is one of the most critical factors affecting the efficiency in DSSC. Zinc oxide photoanodes has the potential to reduce the charge recombination in DSSC. Doping the zinc oxide proven to increase the photocurrent and photovoltage as a result of reduced charge recombinations. Thank you for listening to my presentation and if you have any questions you may ask.